came up with at least 5 categories to explain the different types of people pertaining to the rules when meeting a good man for the first time. Category number 1, sister, belongs to those individuals, those among you who sincerely, genuinely do not know the rules, probably don't know that there are rules. Category number 2 are for those who don't know the rules yet, but are eager to find out what those rules are and eager to learn the rules. Then there are those among you who know the rules and follow the rules, good for you, versus those of you, my dear sisters, you know the rules, but you refuse to follow the rules, and you are out there right next to my dear sisters whose only objective is to find as many ways as you can to break the rules, which begs the question, which one of these categories accurately describes you? Welcome to #Relationships, where today we're going to discuss part 2 of the rules when meeting a good man. Now, I mentioned in part 1 the fact that there is no shortage of good men. Stop saying that. Your problem is not in meeting a good man. You meet good men all of the time. The real question is, what makes a good man a good man? Well, let me tell you, it's simple. A good man is good because he follows a set of good rules. Good men follow good rules. Now, to your point, sister, I hear you saying things about a good God-fearing man. Well, there's no such creature as a good God-fearing man who has zero respect with regards to following the rules that are good. And when I say rules that are good, I'm talking about good for the big picture, the long term. His rules are aimed for the greater good, not just for himself. A good man is selfless. Now, the only time that a good man would find himself getting caught up in the moment, as you put it, is when he has ignored the rules. When he ignores the rules, he might find himself caught up in a moment that he has deemed inappropriate for him, because his rules are designed to keep him away from those caught up in the moment situations to where he compromises his set of rules. Now, what is this moment that I'm talking about? I'm talking about the moment when you, this beautiful sister, irresistible to him, when you tell him, I'm in love with you. Now, once you tell him that you're in love with him, he has to make a very responsible decision with you. So you don't have to worry about holding back telling a good man that you are in love with him, sister. You shouldn't be more apprehensive to tell him you're in love with him and less apprehensive to make love with him. I told you about that in part 1. Let's break it down a little further. When you tell a good man that you are in love with him, he can handle it. He's fully aware of the implications in the phrase, I'm in love with you. He knows that it carries this deep-rooted emotion with good intentions, combined with, let's say, a pensive longing for. He understands that. And because he's a good man, he's thoughtful. He's well-meaning, and he has a high, strong desire to get it right with you. So if you feel that it is real, sister, make it known to him. Make him have to deal with the thought of you being in love with him. Listen. A good man wants to have a conversation about being in love with a woman long before he wants to have a conversation about being in bed with a woman. But if you lay down with him and nothing has been established with respect for what you mean to him, if nothing has been established with regards to what he means to you and what this moment means for the two of you, what do I mean by that? Where do you want this moment to take us. Sister, how will this moment impact our lives going forward? This should be your number one concern, because rest assured, in the event that he does not reciprocate his feeling of being in love with you, then you get to walk away with everything. You have lost nothing, absolutely nothing. You get to walk away with your virtue, your dignity, and you get to walk away knowing the truth. And you get to do all of this. You get it all without ever having to get undressed. And on the flip side, if you neglect to tell me, let me put it in first person, if you don't let me know how you feel, then it makes no sense for me to consider asking you to meet me at the altar. A truly good man is not interested in playing games with you. The rules, by the way, are not intended to minimize you. The rules are not intended to create confusion. The rules are in place to balance us, to give us clarity, to protect us, to give us continuity and direction as a couple. Any relationship, sister, without rules is not a relationship. And as a rule, anything that is truly meaningful has with it a set of well-defined, well thought out, tried and tested, proven rules. A marriage, simply stated, is a relationship with an agreed upon set of rules. And a good relationship, along with a good marriage, for those of you who are already in a good relationship, is based upon a very simple formula. And that formula is this. It's based upon how willing, and how committed we are to following the rules for a good relationship. So it's not a matter, sister, of meeting a good man. It's a matter of being ready to follow the rules. Guys, I'm only here to help because I want for you what I want for myself. I want you guys to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live a life of longevity and one of fulfillment. But above and beyond all these things combined, I wish upon you many, many blessings. I hope this information has been in the least bit helpful to you. I've certainly enjoyed sharing it. I am looking forward to your response. And as always, my name is Jay Jackson.